Every time you move your hand or blink your eyes, your brain sends message to your muscle. But how does that message actually reach the muscle? That happens through a special connection, which is called the neuromuscular junction. So, today in this video, we will try to understand its components and an easy diagram you can draw in the exams. So, just note down the points I say here, and your exam notes will be ready. So, to know about its components, first we have to know what is a neuromuscular junction. Its definition is defined as the junction between the terminal branch of nerve fiber and muscle fiber. Or there is one more definition, which is junction between the motor nerve and the skeletal muscle fiber is called as neuromuscular junction. So, the main responsibility of this neuromuscular junction is this is useful for converting the electrical signals into electrical activity. After writing the definition, you will be writing this point. So, the main responsibility of this neuromuscular junction is that it will be useful for converting the electrical signals into electrical activity. Now, let's try to draw the structure of this neuromuscular junction. First, you will be drawing this axon part, which is the green colored one, and this blue colored one is muscle. And inside it, we will be adding few mitochondria. So, this is the complete structure of neuromuscular junction. This is actually the longitudinal section of neuromuscular junction. Now, let us see the labeling of this. So, this green colored part, we will be calling it as axon, and this outer membrane we will be calling it as the presynaptic membrane. Similarly, inside we will be having the mitochondria. So these structures we will be calling it as the subneural cleft, and this part is called as muscle. This part is called as postsynaptic membrane, and the space between the two is called as the synaptic cleft. If the question is asked, like draw the structure of neuromuscular junction, then you have to draw this diagram and label all these parts. So after drawing this diagram, you will be getting to know what are the components involved in it. Now let's see in detail what will be present in each component. Let me first give you the list of all the components. So there are four main important components that are present in the neuromuscular junction. They are the presynaptic neuron, postsynaptic membrane, synaptic cleft, and supporting cells. Now let's see each one in detail. Coming to the components of neuromuscular junction, in that the first component is presynaptic neuron. So here the points to be included under this are: first thing is it is an axon terminal. Second point is it has many mitochondria in it. Third point is because of this presence of mitochondria, this will be acting as a source of energy. It supplies ATP and used in the synthesis of acetylcholine. Next point is once after the acetylcholine gets synthesized, it will be stored in the synaptic vesicles. So on an average, more than 3 lakh of synaptic vesicles will be present. So this part is called as acetylcholine receptors. Similarly, this part is called as the subneural cleft. And here we will be having some vesicles. So these are called as vesicles. And here we will be having one structure which is called as the dense bar. Then here also we will be having few channels. Now these channels we will be calling it as the calcium channels. And this area we will be calling it as the basal lamina. So if you could understand this diagram, the points under this component will be easy. First point you will be writing is this is a plasma membrane of the muscle. Second point you'll write is from the diagram this will be having the ACH receptors. Simply it has ACH gated channels. Then we have subneural cleft. What does that mean? Simply this will be located near the subneural cleft. So this ACH receptors are located near the subneural cleft. And next one we have these channels, whatever these ACH channels are there, no? These channels lie immediately below the dense bar. So above we have the dense bar. So below it we have the channels, so that the acetylcholine released can easily enter into this channels. So whatever may be the acetylcholine released, it will be easily entering into the channels. There is a presence of two acetylcholines, there will be conformational change. When this occurs, this will be causing the channel to get opened. Let me just repeat the points to be included under this. So first point is it is a plasma membrane of muscle. Second point is it has acetylcholine receptors, which are the acetylcholine gated channels. Third point is these are located near the subneural cleft, and these channels will be lying immediately below the dense bar, so that the acetylcholine which is released can easily enter into these channels. So normally we require two acetylcholine to cause a conformational change in order to open a channel. So write these points and this component will be done. So what is a synaptic cleft? Simply let's suppose think this will be neuron. Okay, and here we have muscle. So this gap, the gap between the neuron and muscle, we will be calling it as a synaptic cleft. And this will be having a width of 50 nanometer. Then similarly, the other one is supporting cells. So here the supporting cells are the Swan cells. These Swan cells will be useful for covering the neuromuscular junction, and they are also useful for maintaining the synaptic environment. So let me just summarize what are the points to be covered in the exam. So first thing is you will be writing the definition of the neuromuscular junction. And next one is you will be drawing a beautiful structure, a neat labeled diagram you will be drawing. And third thing is you will be writing its components. And components, almost 4 components you will be explaining in detail. So that is all about the neuromuscular junction, its definition, structure, and the components. So now you know how to write, how to draw, and how to present it in the right order for the exams. So this much is more than enough for your exam preparation. So simple, clear, and complete. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pharma Palette for more such easy explanation.